mermaids do have more fun. Significantly more fun.
So are you guys excited for season 2? Because everybody else is.
Yeah,
Yes, so excited.
We're on shooting episode 6 at the moment.
Oh, you are?
Going on to 7, yeah. So
How many episodes total will there be?
16.
Okay.
I know.
All right.
Lots to get your teeth into.
Okay, awesome. And when the last season left off, it was like a pivotal moment. Like, Rin's gonna stay, Donna's dead. You guys are like having some issues. Your mind has been taken over by a mermaid song.
Apparently. That's what people keep telling me.
So what are we gonna see in season 2?
Continuation of that, for
Yeah,
sure.
it definitely takes off from that point. In that confusing situation, a lot has happened, but Rin is trying to make her life possible on land, and seeing how that goes. Well, there's definitely been a bit of distance between the three of them. Everybody's gone sort of. It's like we all had we were part of a massive fight or something. We all gone back to the corners of our ring and
To lick our wounds.
and digest and
Which is rough for Ben too, because he's like kind of away from his family, you know, because he decides to, in his life, kind of reject hypocrisy and reject like status and all that kind of stuff. His family are very representative of that. So I think that like Ben's kind of on his own trying to figure this out, you know. So I think he's gonna need some help at some point. So we'll find us all dealing with that, but then, as you guys know, there's going to be more mermaids.
so that just throws everything overboard. You know, because the plan is, when season 2 begins, is for everyone to sort of try to find normalcy and move on with their lives, even if it's a new kind of life. That gets disrupted very quickly.
You make a plan and God laughs.
And
they say.
Maddie's mom might come back. That's what we hear.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's back. And,
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. I've been in Canada for too long. She's played by Garcelle Beauvais, who's a lovely actress, and it's a really fun dynamic to explore because it's so fractured and difficult, but underneath it all there's a deep love. And you know, I think that we can all relate to the fact that there's people in our lives that will always be there, no matter what, whether we like it or not. And you have to learn how to deal with that. And so yeah, Maddie's definitely trying to juggle that.
And what's it going to be like for Rin to adjust to living there full time? There's physical adaptation and also customary.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's quite hard. You know, she begins in this world with, you know, the determination to start, having lost her sister, having, you know, lost her family who, you know, don't want to have anything to do with her because, you know, she's too close to humans, and then at the same time realizing her song has had this bad effect, and now they even have, you know, there's been a lot of negative, but I think the way she copes with that is to focus on humans. How do they tick? What is it about them? How do they interact? How do they, you know, figuring out life as a human for Rin and doing the best she can. She's staying with Helen. You know, all those things that we don't really think about, but you know, we have economies and we have gadgets for things, and the way our relationships are, and all the, you know, all these tiny little things that make a very complex reality. She's focusing very hard to get that under her grasp, and I think it's a little bit to push down all the negativity. So she's literally forcing herself to move forward as much as she can.
But more mermaids are coming.
But more mermaids are coming, and then
I know you can't give anything away.
It just throws everything off. Like you know, Rin was like on this. I mean, I'm talking about Rin now a lot, but in that little you know, theme, Rin's exploring to be human, and she's like, I'm gonna move forward. I mean, not as that's a very like psychological term, but she's on this objective, and then mermaids come back, and she has to go back to being mermaid, full mermaid with her family. So it's.
Got no spoilers there.
And I imagine, will some of the history of Bristol Cove kind of come into play? Or we hear of learn more about that?
I think that's part of what's interesting about what they're going to be like when they come back. You know, it's like there's this dark history of like a genocide, as Helen describes. So if they were to come back, what are the chances that they're going to come back in a peaceful way? How would we deal with that? Why are they coming back? And I think that's why you should stay tuned definitely to season 2. Because I think the same as the humans had varying reactions to when Rin comes to land, the mermaids are all going to have their own reactions to what they feel about humans, like from what they've heard and what they've experienced. What Donna experienced was kind of like the worst type of humanity, what Rin's experience is kind of the best. What type of humanity are they going to experience, and how is that going to change the way they act when they get there? So it's a proper excitement.
Do you guys
have a question? Oh, go ahead. Okay.
They've not
for the ladies, did you guys study any classical monster features to your facial expressions and to get into that type of, just to get into the sirens and the mermaids?
Do you mean artwork, or do you mean
Just movies, artwork?
Movies, definitely. There's not so much as monsters though, more at I shouldn't give away this but Starman with Jeff Bridges, I thought was, he's an alien, so that's but the way he interprets things as new, I thought was really well done. I'm hoping, that wasn't what I was doing. I tried to take
mainly real
animals, mainly proper predators, both land and sea. What everyone always talks about, whether you've seen one or not, is the shark's eyes, is that look, that completely, it's cold look. And then at the same time, if you look at a cheetah or what's closer maybe to home is a cat, is those eyes that can seem to just penetrate you or penetrate the blackest of nights, even the movements, why do spiders scare us so much? It's in their movement and their quickness, or when something's cornered, or what makes you feel like impressive is when something moves elegantly, like a whale, and the weight and the breath, and all these qualities in speed and in heaviness and in look and all those elements. I definitely, because at the end of the day, they still have to communicate something. You still have to kind of get where she's at in a way. So I was saying this earlier in the interview, we do pick up a lot about animals. We do feel like, we can definitely tell this animal's kind of in a good place, or it's really not, or it's ready to attack, or those kind of things. But what are they then? Because they don't have facial expressions like us, and that's where the journey began of picking and putting things together, and it was a weird couple of days.
I'm sorry, I had to move.
Okay.
Do you want to ask your one?
Sure. So throughout the first season, we saw the horrible treatment that was happening with Rin and with Donna. Is that continuing to happen? Do you guys testing on them?
Well, they don't have anyone.
Luckily, Deck is out of the picture.
But the government doesn't have any mermaids. Donna escaped, so they don't have any at the moment. But with the
well, that's you have to watch it and find out.
If they find out that the mermaids are on land, they're going to want to.
Yeah, but knowing governments, I'm sure something unsavory will be happening. Shots fired. Shots fired.
That's my job.